you were to take a look around at your city, what would you see? My assumption is that it wouldn't take very long to begin to notice that things don't seem to be the way that they should. Sons and daughters are growing up without their fathers, and in some cases without their mothers. Husbands are desperately working to provide for their families, and wives are doing their best to keep up with all of the activities that their kids are involved in, while both of them attempt to live up to the unspoken expectations that their culture has placed on them. Families are being torn apart by catastrophic events stemmed from infidelity, misordered priorities, and ill-equipped parenting strategies, but probably more predominantly by the subtle yet powerful elements that take place over a long course of time, like the lack of intentionality or pursuit that leads to a distant and divided family. Widows waste away alone and forgotten, while orphans believe that they have been just left out as the world has cast them aside. The plague of homelessness grows while the epidemic of addiction continues to spread into the lives of our neighbors and the ones that we love the most. Homes in the neighborhoods that we drive past every day are dressed with tarps to keep the rain and the elements out, and some live without the luxury of climate control because they're unable to fix the AC units that went out months ago. Children need bikes to get to school because their families don't have a home to live in, let alone a car to drive in. Families wish to sign their kids up for community sports, but the struggle to put food on the table is heavy enough. Trash is on the streets and litter tarnishes our playgrounds, while hate infects the hearts of our people and pokes its head in the reality that racism and injustice still exist in every facet of society. Schools are understaffed and under-resourced, and the need to install metal detectors has become a topic of conversation that can no longer be avoided. Clearly, this isn't an exhaustive list. Clearly, things aren't the way that they should be. Clearly, for as far as we have come, we still have a long way to go. As I stop to look around, I begin to recognize the height of the hurt and the depth of depravity that our society is immersed in. I can't help but to think, this can't be it. This can't be all there is. There has to be something more. And the good news is, this isn't it. This isn't all there is, and there is something more. It's the news that Jesus came proclaiming. The good news. The good news that something more is coming, and that in fact it was already here. That something is the kingdom of heaven. Jesus, when teaching his followers about the kingdom of heaven, said, "Pray then like this: Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come. Your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven." Matthew 6:9-10. Jesus calls his followers into participation with the Father's will. He invites us to collaborate with him in establishing ground for the kingdom and to actively share in the transformation process of the world being shaped into its new reality. The new reality where every tear will be wiped away, where death and pain will be no more, and where, like J.R. Tolkien says, everything sad will become untrue. One of the ways that this vision is accomplished is through the church, a group of people who are collectively meant to resemble things of heaven. A group that embodies the characteristics of Jesus himself and is being marked by and shaped into a community of unconditional love. Eugene Peterson described the church as a colony of the living in the land of the dead. The church is a collection of individuals that have found life in being united to Jesus. The church, when it gathers, creates little pockets of heaven on earth. N.T. Wright calls this a micro-community of the new creation. He says, The church is not just a collection of individuals who happen to believe in Jesus in the present, but a community that is called to live in the reality of the new creation now. The church is to be a sign, foretaste, and an instrument of God's ultimate renewal of all things. He's saying that as the church lives and breathes, it lives and breathes new life. From life, more life is found. When the church functions in the way that it was designed to function, the things of this world begin to fade and the things of heaven take their place. When Ezekiel prophesied about the coming Messiah, this is what he said. And they will say, this land that was desolate has become like the Garden of Eden, and the waste and desolate and ruined cities are now fortified and inhabited. This time has already come. Jesus is already here. And in Jesus' name, we pray that all families be restored, that the homeless find compassion, that the orphans be loved, that God's will be done, that believers would practice the way of Jesus so that this reality would become true in Titusville as it is in heaven.